welcome to Chat and Chill. My name is Sean, and I'm here to chat. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we're going to get right into it. I want to talk about the process of patience. And when I'm thinking about the process of patience, I was thinking about my personal life because there are times where, you could be in the process of something, you're trying to learn everything during the process. And sometimes I feel like nowadays it's so, everything got to be fast, everything got to be quick, everything got to be instant gratification. And sometimes the process isn't really easy. It's more so depressing, to try to get to the ultimate goal. And when I was thinking about patience, in the process of patience, the words that came to mind was basically the the process of patience is about waiting. It's about consistency. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about wealth. And a lot of times when you're in the season of patience and when you're in the season of waiting for something that you really want, you have to go through a lot of different stuff that you may not talk about, that you may have to endure. And a lot of times, like I said, the process of patience isn't always about you. And you sometimes, even in school, when you get a new topic, you have to learn how to, you know, do the subject that you may not understand. For example, math is not my strong suit, right? But if I have the time to have the patience for math, then I will be able to learn the subject because I took the time out to learn the math. I was able to, you know, take the time out to learn and educate myself on a topic that I may have not known. Another example I would like to talk about is my computer. For all you people who have, a digital device, whether it's a cell phone or if it's a computer, you have too many tabs open. Let's just say that for an example. You have too many tabs open, and with this particular tab, you on Google and you're searching up all this different stuff. And a lot of times, I feel like even in the semester, there's so many tabs open on my computer, and it's like, my computer's like, Sean, please close these tabs because my computer starts to lag and it's trying to process everything that I'm trying to do with the different tabs open, whether that's scheduling something from one of my assignments, doing an assignment, writing a paper. So it's like if I have different tabs open, my computer can't really process everything all at one time because I'm literally stressing it out. And a lot of times, like I said, we want to be able to take the time out and to reflect on the process because the process is about the learning. The process is about the pressing. Sometimes we may not understand the real reason of why a certain thing or a certain situation is happening, but what I can say is that sometimes you have to just let it happen. And then another part that really, I love this because it really was helping me internally. And the saying that I had in my mind, like for the last few days, is that some people create chaos for what they can't control. And a lot of times when you're in this process, some people, they may not understand how to control their emotions. They may not know how to regulate them. They may not know how to regulate, the different aspects of their lives, discipline or anything that is in that nature. But what I can say is that, even for myself, that it's a process to get to your end goal. And when I say it's a process to your end goal, you don't have to have it right away. Sometimes you may not get the answer right away. You may not understand the answer right away. But if you're willing to go through the process, it will work out. And going back to I was saying that sometimes people can't, you know, some people create chaos for what they can't control because they may not have all the information. They may not have all the insight. They may not have all the patience in the world to figure out what's going on. But I just come to encourage you today that whatever process that you're going through and whatever process you're trying to pursue or whatever thing you're trying to learn, educate yourself on, a new endeavor, a new job, a new project, anything that you put your mind to, it always come with the process. Whether if it's a difficult process, whether if it's how can I say, like a easy process, whether if it's medium, it can be different levels of intensity, but it's up to your mindset and how much you are willing to endure the process. So that's pretty much it for the episode. I love you. Jesus loves you more. And I hope you have an amazing day. Peace out, y'all. Bye.